Hey, didn't see you guys there. So, today, surprise guest, this guy, right there. What are you doing?
Oh, I got a hood and it needs painted, and I heard you got a paint booth and a cabinet full of stuff.
So, I'll tell you how this happened, okay? So, a couple months ago, I told James, I was like, hey, my Capital One credit card, they offered me a $1,000 bonus if I got a business to sign up for, which they actually have that offer right now. I have 5 slots. But
you need one.
So I told him, I was like, hey, I'll give you $500 cash, like if you sign up. So he signed up, and then I never ended up paying him, I think. And then now I think we're just trading me painting his hood.
I need painted hood.
Which I prefer that anyhow.
Yeah, it works.
So it works.
I tried to get him to paint the hood, and I was going to pay him for it a while back, but he didn't want to do that. So now I forced him into doing it. Guilted him into doing it.
So today we're going to be doing some primer. We're going to be doing some blocking stuff. I think I'm going to just make him do some of it because, you know, he likes to. Well. You're going to have to change the name of the channel from Build, Tune, Race to Build, Sand, Paint,
Primer. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Block, then Paint, then Tune, then Race. All of it.
Look at that block.
So we're just getting some 220 grit. He already has pretty much it's a fiberglass cowl hood for his 8-second Camaro.
7, dude.
7-second. Has it ran a 7?
Yeah, 789 180.
Was I there? I was there.
You filmed it. You sent me a clip.
Yeah, I thought it was an 8-second car. But anyhow, you can see somebody did some body work on it. I don't know who was.
Oh, buddy of mine, and I was there to help a little bit. We tried. We filled in the hole. There was a big hole.
I could see it. There's the hole, yeah. So I blocked it a little bit with some 320, and then I decided to step it down a little bit with a fresh coat of 220. A couple other little things like that. So we'll just kind of get it blocked out, and then it's going to get a ton of primer. I think they sanded it with, was it 80 grit? It looks like 80 grit, like curly Qs. So we'll just throw 2 good coats of high build primer on it and get it all blocked out. And then then we'll spray some paint on it.
Ooh, that'll be nice. Then the car can match.
And then you're going to TX2K.
Yes.
And you're going to be running with 6 seconds.
I'm going to be hanging out with GTRs and Lambos and Audis, so I figured my car better look at least
a little bit better.
The same all the way around paint-wise.
So yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm just going to give her a little bit of the block. Nope, that's the 320. 220.
Here we go.
We're hitting it with the primer. So I can show you the guide coat. Do you like guide coat?
I've never used it, so yeah, let's see it.
I'll just hit it with I think I have some with dry guide.
All right, there we go.
All right, we're just hitting it with some dry guide coat. This is just some black powder, and it just makes it dark so you could find your low spots.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna find a couple. We'll probably see a couple of those. See, and this is where it's a slippery slope, you know, because you start looking at that and you're like, well, this is flat.
But is it supposed to be flat?
Well, it's fiberglass. Like this is, and it's gonna be white, and it's gonna be single stage. So you're probably not even gonna really.
Maybe next year we could paint the whole car.
You could.
Yeah.
Could do that.
That sounds like a good idea.
We could do the same paint job we did on
Burning.
On Burning.
Yeah. So even though that this is like rounded, you still use a flat.
Yeah, because you just kind of hit it at angles.
Yeah.
So. And I'm not holding it on the flat of the block either. I'm kind of on the edge. So it kind of rolls over it decent. That'll just show us if there's anything like apparent right away that like needs attention. Like if we need to do
something real major.
I'd rather do it now before we put some primer on it, because especially with your time allotment.
Oh, I got a whole week. You've like painted vehicles in a week. We got a hood.
I painted a car in 3 days before.
Shoot, see?
I kind of want to paint a car in a day.
Should paint a car in a day.
That would be good.
I mean, we kind of painted Bernie in a day.
You pretty much did. But you did all the prep though.
I mean, well, and we didn't necessarily go for anything great there.
Yeah.
See, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that great, but.
Yeah, I mean, that knocks down the 80 grit scratch too, so then the primer doesn't have to fill as much.
Sure.
Which means we have a less chance of it shrinking, especially because we're not going to be able to let this thing sit for like a week before we paint it.
Would we want that?
I mean, in theory.
Oh, okay.
Just because the primer, it takes a while to gas out and completely shrink out. But normally after like a day, it's pretty good. But
If you're really doing it, you would let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
You're usually way ahead on plans and painting stuff, right? Yeah.
But like, so see like this little area right there, how there's like, almost that's a little low, like that would be like, like a little wave, and then you could see like that. And that's really low, but like, you know, we could just block that out a little bit.
I mean, it is a fiberglass thin hood, so it's not like it moves around and everything anyway.
But like that'll just help it just a smidge, just blocking it out. So if any of y'all want to help support Trev, you got a business, you want to sign up, I have 5 slots left. I get $1,000 if you guys sign up. Literally, it comes right for sign up for a business credit card. Capital One, link in the description.
Capital One, I got it. It's actually been really good. I think I've saved up to about $500 in cash rewards since I did that.
Really?
Yeah. So like ad spend, different travel fees, all that stuff. So it's been great.
So it's a Spark business card and it's 2% cash back. So we use it on all of our Facebook ads and everything. And like, you know, I usually just use that cash off of it. And then like, I made way more last year off of the cash back like percentage thing than I paid in interest. So because I carried a balance a couple of months and all that other stuff. So
yeah, it is. If you're doing cash back, you should pay it off at the end of every month. But yeah, I mean, it works out pretty good. And then you get some benefits. There's like some travel thing. There's a whole login page. I don't know. There's some benefits. But if you own a business, it's definitely probably worth looking at if you don't have like a cash card to carry balances and stuff, especially if you're spending money.
Well, and then you could have employee cards. I feel like this is a freaking credit card infomercial, but like I signed up Charles, so like he has his own credit card.
Dang.
Jamie has her own credit card through the business. So like if there's ever anything that like, you know, Charles on his way to work, he needs a freaking.
I should have just got one of your cards and not even signed up for my own.
Honestly, like, I would
life hack.
I would do it as long as you paid it off.
Oh yeah.
Because then I just get 2%.
You just rack up your side.
2% every time. Right. Like, hey James, you need to be spending a little bit more money, but also I need that paid off.
You need to pay that off by the end of the month, buddy.
Just run everything through it.
No, that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah.
That's the theory: is you put everything on the card, pay it off, and they're betting that hopefully you don't. You get a couple months of that freaking interest, and then they just get it all back. Because it was so cold last night, I now have a little heating station. So we have the heater with all of my paint. So since the hood on the Amarillo went down to bare metal, went ahead and we'll hit it with a thin coat, basically a really reduced coat of the direct to metal primer. We'll do that as a sealer, and that way it should cover up all these little metal spots and stuff. We only did one good coat of primer on it. You can see all this stuff. I think that's from the webbing of the hood. You can see there's kind of like a pattern of where see all this is like square, and then that's square. It's all, I think, where they glue it from the factory. And then obviously this hood is from 2007. So it's a pretty old hood, but in actually pretty good shape. So not perfect, but you know, we did basically just a super quick job on it to get it out. Just kind of doing the final heat on it real quick, make sure that's all good, and throw it in the booth here in a little bit and get it sprayed. Oh, already, huh? Man. Eric already broke it. In his defense, this is an aftermarket cheap door handle. Yeah, oh, the slimy steering wheel. All right, make sure the brakes work. How do they feel? Okay, brake release.
It's got no miles.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, keep going. Give her, and then neutral. All right, and then let it roll back kind of fast so you could actually get off the thing. Yeah, there you go. Keep her going right there. Nice. This trailer is just it. Like, I would have never thought that this, you know, that something could be so good. And then we just got this trailer. Now it just rips.
It's pretty fire.
Isn't it? Go until it pulls a little tension on it. Yep, there you go. There she is, boys. This freaking trailer just made it so easy. The guy who I got it from was like, man, if that was me, it would have taken me 4 hours to load it on my trailer. And he was pretty stoked. I don't think so, no. I think the key is it still dinging? Okay, as soon as you close the door, that's what it is. Well, 1 6-liter, 2 6-liter, 3 6-liter, 4, 5 6-liters, 7 6-liters, 8 6-liters. More. Maybe I can't stop until we get to 8. What I really want is I want to take a picture of all of the trucks together, like every single truck.
I know you want to do that. I thought of that the moment I drove in this morning. It was like, how many do we have now? Like,
Yep.
5 F-250s?
5 250s.
5 250s.
5 250s technically for sale. Well, 6.
Six
And then we have the parts one, and then we have the 550 too. And and we have the 650. Buddy, we are freaking super dutied out. This one actually runs. I'm kind of curious about that.
It does?
Yeah. No, we fired it up.
Really?
That day. It just needs batteries. The batteries are trashed.
We'll need some more barbecue sauce too.
Barbecue sauce. Eric, I thought you were
about to explode.
I thought you were gonna remove the barbecue sauce. All right, boys, so tomorrow I might have actually a pretty interesting trade for the Amarillo. So I'm gonna go ahead and drive it home tonight and meet up with them tomorrow. So pretty excited. We'll see how it goes, but cruise the Amarillo home and maybe we'll be driving something else out here tomorrow. All right, boys, the trade has arrived. Last night cleaned up this thing a little bit. We put the Amarillo stickers on the back, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it pulled out and then check this thing out. Then saying goodbye to the Amarillo. Yeah, this thing's cool. There she goes, boys. Yeah, what a unit. I like it. What is it?
What is that? That's weird. Yeah. That doesn't have a roof. It doesn't have a roof. Yeah. No, it's weird looking. It's weird looking. That's not even. It's weird looking. That's not even safe.
It's not even safe?
Yes.
Jamie, what do you think?
It's not safe.
I think it's not safe.
Kenzie, do you think it's safe?
It's not safe for kids.
You could go with me.
No.
That's the drive shaft. Yeah, it has a belt drive. It's got upgraded wheels.
Yeah. I'm never gonna.
Nice units, huh? Look at it.
So is it a trade up?
I think so. It's got 8,000 miles on it. You want to fire it up and take it for a rip?
No!
Will you go for a ride with me?
No.
Why?
I'll only go for a ride with you if you go around the house.
Okay. I will.
Okay. Me too.
Alright.
Paisley, do you want to go?
Fire it up.
Yes. I want to go with you. Hey, maybe I want to go with you.
All right, you could drive. All right, come on, hop in.
How's that coming out, Trev?
Not bad.
Oh, yeah. Getting her primed up. Got the hood in there, got the 2 Kia bumpers in there. Laying some primer.
All right, guys, we have a very special guest showing up over here today. Help me take a look at my little bit of a situation with that I got with my my freaking bucket truck over here. You ready? Ah, there he is. That is the man, the myth,
What's up, buddy?
the legend. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
What are we gonna do today?
Let's check it out.
We're gonna see what I got myself into.
What's going on?
All right, what are we doing? I can't see nothing on it.
Yeah.
Little just the light.
Okay. Active codes. Coolant level signal invalid.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't worry about that. If it starts, we want to see what injection pressure is looking like.
Are these like 6 liters where they have O-rings and they?
This is a lot like a 7.3 or a 6 liter. Here we go. Injection actuation pressure. So right there. It jumps up there right away. That's really good. Yeah. You want about 800 during cranking. If it'll make 800 during cranking, it'll start.
Yeah, and that's what she did.
That's what she did.
Basically 6 liters and 7.3s, they run off a high pressure oil system. So it uses the oil as a hydraulic fluid to basically fire the piston on the injector, right?
That's the truth.
So instead of having a common rail injection, which has like a 30,000 PSI and a fuel rail, this just has like 3,000 PSI of oil pressure, and it just uses it as a freaking a ram, I guess. Right?
That's the truth.
How's she feel? A little lumpy, huh?
It's got a little miss, I think.
So
but
the other thing too, when the maintenance required light isn't on when it's idling, but when you rev it, it goes up.
the service engine soon?
Service engine soon, yeah.
Let's see.
So I almost wonder if it detects a misfire once it comes off idle. You gotta give her maybe a little more. But it like doesn't make any power.
Yeah, we want to see what, if we can get desired and actual actuation pressure the same.
Yeah.
If they follow pretty close, and then, but it sounds like it's got an injector out of it.
Yeah.
But once we get it warm, we'll do a cylinder. I want to see what it does once it gets a little roasty toasty, and then we'll do a little cylinder cutout on it. Dude, this is a nice place you got, dude.
Not bad. I can't believe you haven't been here yet. We've been here 2 years. I've been calling you and you just haven't showed up.
Where have I been?
You've just been busier.
It's a 3126. This is October 98 is the release. That's when the PM is. Yeah, bro, it's a 3126. The C7 came out later because there's some C7s. The later C7s had full emissions. Well, they had DPF and then the hard had, but they didn't have DEF.
Yeah, and this one is 2000 year model, F-650. So nice unit. My battery's getting ready to die, but hey, I'll let you know if we find something cool. All right, boys. So, Eric, tell us.
Yeah, tell us, buddy.
It's been a while coming.
And I think the 6.0 is finally ready to start. Literally, hooked up the batteries, got the battery charger on it. Have not tried cranking it. And let me tell you one thing about 6 liters. They don't like to start after you do what we just did to this thing. So well, I don't know. We didn't have the heads off. So maybe it will, but
She's gonna start right away.
it's got a prime fuel. These things I think they're like a deadhead fuel system, so they like freaking, you gotta put all the air through the freaking thing. So we might end up having to do a little bit of ether to get her going. I have a trick that I use for ether though, but we could crank on it for a minute and see if it'll start, but it's gonna freaking smoke up the shop. It's gonna be upset. How long have you been working on it?
It's almost 2 weeks now, I think. I'm not sure the exact day, but
He stopped,
it's about 2
I
weeks.
think, didn't work on it for a couple of days last week, but
yeah, just waiting for parts and stuff.
waiting on lots of parts and things like that. But I guess like in all data, like the book, like the time is like 39 hours
Oh shoot.
that it like calls
okay.
for to do this. So like, basically a full week, and then we had basically 2 weeks of pulling apart, wait on some parts. We've done other things obviously in the shop, so not too bad, especially for first time. So now the question is, will it start?
I hope it does. She's gonna start.
I hope so too. So
Awesome. It's I'm very familiar with this 6.0 now.
now you're a big 6.0 guy.
Yeah.
No, so well, it's good if you keep fixing them. I'll keep buying them. So, all right, who wants to do the honors?
I'll do it.
You'll do it?
No, Eric should do it because he's
No, Charles, you
he's
do
the
it.
one that.
Charles, you do it.
Why?
Yeah.
I want to hear from the outside.
You want to hear? it?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do from the outside?
Look for leads.
And listen to it not start because it's not gonna start for a while. I'm gonna while they're trying to crank it, I'm just gonna walk over here, grab this can of starting fluid. Give her.
This is a big boy.
I know we took the steps off. I kind of like it without the steps.
All right.
Me too. They were real rusty.
No power.
Oh. Huh. What you do? What you do? All right, ready to go. Give it a crank. So this is the trick. You put a microfiber because it likes gradual ether, not a lot of ether. Gradual ether. Yeah, go ahead.
Throttle, right?
No throttle, just crank.
No crank.
Did you plug in that thing over there? Oh, that thing's not plugged in. That little jumper guy. All right, go ahead. How do you feel right now? How do you feel?
Great.
Okay.
Come on.
Got it. We got her. Hell yeah. We got a freaking 6-liter, boy. Well, we always had one. It just leaked a lot. Alright, so charge piping is on. More wires are connected. Coolant is in it. Batteries are secured. Air filter's on it. I think it's ready to rip.
It's ready to rip.
Well,
When is it coming?
I hope it's ready to rip. So we're gonna freaking hop in here. I'm gonna do the honors. How you doing? We are ready. It has a check engine light.
That's not what that is.
What? It does have a check engine light. All right, maiden voyage. We have one little exhaust leak on the turbo, but everything else should be good. Put some power steering fluid in it. So the cab's bolted down, right?
Bolted down.
Nice, that's good. We need that. Need a little bit more power steering fluid. Yeah, you can hear that exhaust leak a little bit. It's making boost though. Yeah, you can hear it. It's like hissing a little bit. Feels a little stiff. Like suspension.
Yeah. That's the first drive with that those blocks taking out the rear.
Yeah. All right, does she leak? How stressed are you right now?
Feeling pretty confident.
All right, before literally you'd pull it in and there would already be drips over everything. Obviously, I leaked a little bit of power steering fluid, but the back was the main thing. So we did new front main seal, new rear main seal. We did bed plates, things. There's a tranny bolt that's loose.
On the bottom.
Just one, you know. Yeah, it doesn't look like she's leaking so far. So that's actually, I think, 2 tranny bolts.
Don't tell me that.
A little bit more power steering fluid. Obviously, connect the front bumper. But I need to paint the front bumper now. The bedside. Man, this truck has been a slippery slope. As slippery of a slope as you could possibly get as far as what we're doing is like, He was like, oh, we'll just paint the bedside. No, we'll paint the fenders. No, we'll just fix the leak. We'll just polish it real quick. We'll just clean the interior. We'll just put some tires on it. Maybe we'll just paint the wheel, and then we'll paint the frame, and then
Sound system.
we'll put the batteries in it, and then we'll get some new headlights, and then we'll paint the grill, and it's just, man, it just keeps going. But eventually somebody's gonna have a nice truck. Like, I feel like this is, like, if I was keeping this thing, it would be nice. But I don't really know if we need a shop truck, but honestly, it would probably be a decent shop truck. Yeah, the grill looks good, the freaking mirrors look good, like, it's just a good looking truck. But we'll continue with this thing tomorrow, button up some of the final stuff, get some things painted, and then we'll have a 6-liter that's it's ready to rip. Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? What kind of day is it today?
A 6-0 day.
I think every day is a 6-0 day around here. That's just kind of what we do. So this is that truck that I got off of, I just basically bought it 2 weeks ago. 6-liter crank no start. We hooked up my scanner to it, and it just wasn't building any IC pre-pressure. I think it was building like 117 max, but between like 80 and 100 is basically where it was at. So very little pressure. They need, I believe, at least 200 to start. And then they operate between, 400 and like 1500 PSI of oil pressure. So you just pressurize the system right here with just a air fitting. So passenger valve cover is off, and you got the standpipe removed, right? So this is an aftermarket one, or the new updated style. What ends up happening with these things is those O-rings right there, they didn't come factory with that plastic piece. So what they end up doing is just kind of breaking, leaking. This one down here is kind of standard too, but Eric's gonna finish pulling that one out, and we just heard a big oil leak. I should have probably picked up the camera before we did that, but here we are again. So Eric's gonna get that out. We're gonna pressurize the system after that, see if it's okay, and then see if it'll freaking start. What if it's just one standpipe? That'd be courteous, right?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. If it's this and it runs, then then we'll probably go ahead and fix the others too,
sure.
Just to make sure they're all updated. And then when we sell it, we can give it a nice like stamp of freaking approval. Be like, this unit will get you there. All right, so Eric got this side of the engine all taken apart as well. And what do we got? Same. Well, actually, these ones had already been replaced. Same thing with the dummy plug. So this is the standpipe. This is the dummy plug. Basically, the cylinder heads on most V8s are identical from side to side. So this goes down into the valley of the engine and connects to the high pressure oil pump, and that's where it pressurizes. They call this the W pipe up here on the top. So you just plug this one in the top, and then this one just goes all the way down, pressurizes this thing with high pressure oil. So just kind of a bummer to see that those were already replaced, because obviously like that would have been nice if that would have been the only issue and we literally just freaking stick it together and start ripping. So they did look a little flat, like the O-rings, so we're gonna go ahead and put the new ones in it. But I think at this point it could possibly now be something with maybe the IPR, or what else?
The high pressure.
The STC fitting in the back, which goes on the top of the high pressure oil pump. So could be one of the things. But when we pressurized it, it was definitely gurgling. But yeah, the high pressure oil thing in the back would require us removing the turbo and some of that other stuff. So, we might have to do that. I don't know. How did the coolant look? Did it look terrible? Or did it look okay?
I didn't get to really see any.
Oh, you didn't see any? Oh yeah, I remember. It didn't. Maybe that's not good.
There's a couple drops, and I saw them.
The couple drops?
Side.
So she's out of coolant then too.
Pretty low.
So that's really not good. 6.0. Is that one dirty? Yeah, it did look like it was a little bit low though. So I mean, we could be looking at like EGR cooler or something like that as well. So, man, these 6-liters, you never know. But yeah, the high pressure oil system is the issue that we're trying to figure out right now. And then maybe after we get that figured out, we'll obviously pressurize the cooling system and maybe see. But maybe we should pressurize the cooling system now.
Yeah.
That way, if it is like an EGR cooler or something like that, or maybe the oil cooler, could be an issue as well. So maybe we need to do that before we start going, because this thing sat for 3 years too. So obviously he parked it for a reason. All right, boys, so the Slingshot is tucked safe away in the shop. I've had it listed for sale for a couple days, haven't had a ton of interest in it, and overall the goal of it was pretty much just to sell it. With the gray truck at the shop, I think it's more of a high pressure oil issue where it's actually gonna need high pressure oil pump. So I went ahead and ordered high pressure oil pump, an oil cooler kit, the IPR valve, just a couple extra little things like that should get that truck up and going within the next, hopefully, couple days. So that part should be here actually tomorrow or the next day. So we're gonna get to work on that 6 liter, the silver 6 liter. We traded the yellow Amarillo 6 liter for this thing. The white 6 liter is now currently running and driving, and the F-650 is got diagnosed. I ordered 2 injectors and a harmonic balancer for it. So tons of things, you know, tons of little progress, and I've kind of fell short of uploading a lot of stuff. We've just been so busy with like doing some stuff with the STI giveaway and some things like that. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching this video. If you haven't gotten in for a chance to win the STI, or if you haven't became a VIP member yet, we have some changes that are going to be happening soon with probably the structure of the channel and the giveaways and the VIP membership and all that other stuff. So wait for announcement coming on that, which might be on the other channel. But yeah, appreciate you guys sticking here. It's really snowy outside today, so I've just done a lot of work on the computer, and yeah, just trying to get some stuff listed, some things sold, and yeah, try to get some things out of my head. But appreciate you guys watching this video. See you in the next one.